All right, y'all. I'm in the shop. I got a 90, I don't know exactly what year, 90s model. Convertible top, Z28, I rock. A friend of a friend had talked to me a while back, was wanting to get floor pans put in it. I didn't have the time at the time to get to it. He took it to somebody else, somebody told him they could do it. So he bought the floor pans online, took the car to the guy. He had it for months and months and months, kept asking him what's going on with the car. No feedback, ain't telling him nothing, sending him no pictures. So finally, the guy who owns the car lives in Georgia. His family member, who I know personally, lives in Ohio. Finally, he came up here to visit family, stopped by the shop where the car was at, and this is what he found. So, first of all, these floor pans come in two sections. One whole section on the passenger side, one whole section on the driver's side. This man cut these floor pans into 4 sections. For whatever reason, I don't have any idea. I literally just now got the car in here, got it up on jack stand, started cleaning some of this up. So this is the first, the car is just hacked, but this is the first thing. I get to looking, and I'm touching this stuff, and I said, man, this is not seam sealer. This is silicone. This is like silicone that you would caulk, I guess, like an outside window or something. Of course, not a bathtub because it's black, but it would be like an outside silicone, I guess, like if you had doing some trim or something around your house. So you can see this was inside of that gap right there. I just dug it out, and he didn't weld any of this stuff. He just filled it full of this silicone. You can see it's not like seam sealer. It's real stretchy, real rubbery. So I get to looking. He didn't cut all of the pans out underneath. Let me crawl up under here to show you guys what I'm talking about. Now, anybody knows anything, this is my first ever full floor job on this body style Camaro. These cars are unibodies. So all of the structure is right here. This is the only bit of frame you have. This ties into your front with your motor and all of that stuff. And this is like the frame, but this is actually tied into the floor pan as well. It's all welded from the factory, and that makes it basically one piece, is why they call it a unibody car. The problem that I'm seeing right now is, even though this one has some gaps to it, the floor pan is a lot tighter to this part than it is to, let me see if I can get the better view for you. This is the driver's side. You can see how big the gap is on the driver's side. So now my concern is that once he cut all of the floor out of this car, he either was moving the car around, jacking it up and down, doing something, and I'm thinking that he tweaked this car, and this part of the unibody frame structure is no longer uniform. It's not in the right spot. This car had frame ties on it. You can see the frame ties was welded there. The frame ties is over there on the ground. UMI Performance frame ties with the transmission cross member. It's got all UMI stuff in the rear, all UMI stuff in the front. The customer spent a nice amount of money on this car. It's got a built 6.0 in it. He never got to drive it because once they put the motor in, the motor shop called him and told him that the floor pans was so bad, they were scared that it was just gonna twist the car all to hell. And they wanted him to get the floors together before, let me crawl out, before they sent him off with the motor. So they ended up pulling the motor back out, and you can see he drilled all of these spot welds out, but he never removed these braces. These braces are sandwiched in here. All of this is pop rivets. So these braces is 2 pieces of metal. These braces is sandwiched between the 2 pieces of metal, pop riveted together. So he never removed these braces. Even though he drilled all the spot welds out, he removed the floor. And the only reason I can think of, he put it 4 sections in so he could slide them up in from the bottom and try to just mimic it in there. So he slid the back up in like this, pushed it up in there the best he can, and the back is the same way. The only reason you can't see the gap from the bottom is because he didn't cut all of the old existing floor pan out, but it's still a big gap down there too. So now I'm left to deal with this mess, and I'm trying to save the customer from having to buy some new floor pans. So my process now starting is trying to get all of this damn silicone out of there and see how bad it is, and try to maybe remove these floor pans and see, because he has a lot of overlap. A lot of this stuff is overlapped real bad. It's not pushed up as far as it should have, or he cut it out because it's actually supposed to go all the way to the firewall when you buy the pan. So he cut it right there. So I'm gonna see if I can still save these floor pans, save the customer some money. If not, he's gonna have to order some more. But I just wanted to make a quick video, show you guys, this is how I get these cars. You know, some people comment, like somebody commented on the Monte Carlo and said I did a hack job. And you know, it's understandable. Not everybody is gonna see the work that I put into the car and the work that I did for the amount of money that I charged to do the job. I actually did extra work to the Monte Carlo because of the fact that I didn't want to do a hack job. So, you know, it's not always about, I don't like personally doing hack jobs at all. My name, my reputation rides on these jobs that I do. But when somebody brings me something and they only have a set amount of budget and they want something done, I try to do the best I can and still give them a good job for the money that they're trying to spend, if that makes sense to y'all. So, you know, I just want to show y'all how I get stuff dropped off. This looks like a nightmare. Like I said, this will be my first ever full floor pan job on a unibody car. So I'll keep you guys updated and keep the videos coming. I appreciate all the likes, comments, subscribe, or follow, and everybody that's supporting me. You guys have a good day.